What's up, guys? WSN News here, back with a brand new video, and in today's video I'm going to be giving my 2019 Big East tournament predictions. So the bracket is out, 10 teams in the Big East. So yeah, let's just go ahead and break down this bracket. So the 1 seed is Villanova, the 2 seed is Marquette, the 3 seed is Seton Hall, the 4 seed is Xavier, the 5 seed is Creighton, the 6 seed is Georgetown, the 7 seed is St. John's, the 8 seed is Providence, the 9 seed is Butler, and the number 10 seed is DePaul. So, entering the Big Ten tournament, Villanova enters with a 13-5 Big East record, Marquette with 12-6, and then Georgetown, Seton Hall, Creighton, and Xavier all have 9-9 Big East records. And then St. John's has an 8-10 Big East record, followed by Providence, Butler, and DePaul, who all have 7-11 Big East records. So the first games will be played on Wednesday, March 13th, and those games are like the play-in games. So it'll be the 8 seed Providence Friars taking on the 9 seed Butler Bulldogs. And the winner of that game will end up playing Villanova. And then the next play-in game is the number 10 seed DePaul taking on the number 7 seed St. John's. And the winner of that game will play the 2 seed in Marquette. So let's go ahead and start the predictions. So with the first game, I predict that number 8 Providence will defeat the 9 seed Butler. And Providence will move on to play Villanova on Thursday. And Butler will be done. Butler probably not making the tournament this year, just not a good conference for them this year, just not a good, I don't know, not a great year for them overall this year. So I see Providence beating them, and Providence will end up playing Villanova on Thursday the 14th. Next playing game, I have St. John's, the 7 seed, defeating the 10 seed DePaul. St. John's started the year really hot, kind of slowed down once the Big East play started up. But I don't see St. John's having any problem with DePaul. Not saying that it won't be a close game, but it very well could be. But I just think St. John's has a bit of a chip on their shoulder for how good they were at the beginning of the year. And I think they're going to show that they really deserve to get into the tournament and have a nice little push in there. So that leaves us on Thursday, March 14th, with Providence versus Villanova, and then Creighton versus Xavier, as well as St. John's, Marquette, and Georgetown, Seton Hall. So for Providence, Villanova, I have Villanova going on here. Villanova, number 1 seed, just a very good team. Didn't start the year too hot, having a nice bounce back here in the Big East. I don't think they'll have any problem with Providence. It could be a blowout. But I think Villanova will get the better of Providence in this one. Providence will be eliminated from the Big East tournament. Conference, or their tournament hopes for March Madness, not looking so hot. But I think Villanova will pick up a win over Providence. Next, we have Creighton versus Xavier, the 4-5. This game could really go either way. Xavier lost a lot of good players last year that were just seniors. Some went to the draft. Creighton, they've been playing red hot recently. Got conference wins over Providence, DePaul, as well as Marquette. And I think they're just hot right now, and they're just the team to beat right now. So I'm going to go with Creighton over Xavier, which will set up a Villanova versus Creighton game in the semifinals. And then next we have the 7 seed St. John's taking on number 2 Marquette. I expect this to be a very good game. Marquette, obviously, Marcus Howard, dude's insane. 7 seed St. John's, Shamori Pons. My prediction for this one, I still believe that Marquette will come out on top. I just think Marquette is very talented, and although they have been with the loss to Creighton, and they are on a bit of a slump recently, but I do believe that they'll bounce back, and they'll use these couple of days here to really get some work in and actually, they'll play. I think they're one of the teams that'll kind of play with a little chip on their shoulder too, because they feel like they've got something to prove too, that they're a legitimate team. So I'm gonna go with Marquette in this one, and then Georgetown Seton Hall. This is the 6-3 matchup. 6 being Georgetown, 3 being Seton Hall. This is where my first upset comes in. I have Georgetown upsetting Seton Hall. Georgetown has good conference wins. Georgetown is recently coming off a win over Marquette, and they also beat Villanova, who are the top 2 seeds in this conference. So, yeah, my first upset, I have the 6-seeded Georgetown Hoyas beating the number 3 seed Seton Hall Pirates. Nothing against Seton Hall, but they had a decent start to the year and finished 9-9 in the conference, as well as with Georgetown, Creighton, and Xavier. So I do expect this game to be a bit of a dogfight. I could see it going into overtime, and I could even see a buzzer beater possibly happening too. But I am picking Georgetown in this game, which brings us down to the final 4 teams. We have Villanova, Creighton, Marquette, and Georgetown. So first, Villanova, Creighton. I think Creighton I thought they got a nice win against Xavier, but I don't think they'll be able to get it done against Villanova. Although, look out for that possible like upset there. Creighton has lost to Villanova this season, and so Creighton is capable of beating Villanova, but it's the Big East tournament, and Villanova is kind of playing hot right now. I just think Villanova gets it done, goes to the Big East championship. And then Marquette and Georgetown. Got to go with Marquette here. I think Marquette, like I said, I know I keep saying it, but I think Marquette is playing with a huge chip on their shoulder. They did lose to Georgetown, and I think Marquette is going to have a huge chip on their shoulder in general. They're gonna want to win that game against Georgetown after losing to them and losing to Creighton and getting upset a couple times. They're gonna be fighting for something, and I think their players are gonna go in with the mentality that they have to win that game and that they're not gonna let Georgetown beat them twice. So I do have Marquette beating Georgetown in this game. Now, although it seems a little cliche, I do have the 1 and 2 seeds meeting in the championship, which is Villanova-Marquette. So yeah, Villanova and Marquette in the championship. This could be a very good game. These two teams are kind of battling back and forth for first and second in the Big East for the whole year pretty much. Both teams have some bad losses, but both teams also have some really good wins. So it really comes down to just who has the better game, who shoots better, who's playing the better defense in this game, in my opinion. So, in my opinion, I think the better team overall is probably Villanova. So, Villanova is my pick to win the Big East Conference tournament. So, not only does Villanova is going to go to the March Madness tournament either way. However, this does secure them a bid. So, I could see them maybe being a 4 seed, maybe a 5. If they win the tournament, I'd say they got a legitimate chance of being a 4 seed. And so, yeah, that would mean they would play a 13 seed in the very first round. So, yeah, watch out for Villanova in the Big East tournament. And they are my prediction to win the Big East tournament once again over Marquette. So thank you guys for watching this video. If you agree or disagree, leave it in the comments below. I'd love to hear what you guys think about this tournament. If you can look at the bracket on your own, you can look at the bracket, make your own predictions, and let us know what you think and who you think will win it and who has the best chance of winning it. So thank you guys for watching.